Oh yeah. Hey, yep. Thanks for having me. I guess I'll get right into it. So, John said, this all started off like all good ideas around a table full of beers, taking notes on a bar napkin. We'd been discussing some of the product pitches that we'd recently seen, and like always, some were good and some were bad. And we got to thinking that wouldn't it be great, if we could do it like Shark Tank? Have you ever watched Shark Tank and wish that you could play? You see the potential in some of those product or ideas and know that with your knowledge, connections and some capital, you could really help make it a phenomenal success. But right now, that's just not possible for most, angel investors. Shows like Shark Tank and The Profit and, all those already have their investors. And traditional angel investing is really limited by its regional access to the deals that are around them. But still, we always thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a way to play in this type of investment field? Because the fact is, angel and private equity investors and people like that make their money with deal flow. And they need to invest in a lot of deals to land one that succeeds. Investors, good investors, they like to buy into products and market niches that they know and they can help with, making it a success. And I had recently read in 2013 there was like 20.1 billion dollars invested by angel investors, but it was also estimated that there was another $30 billion dollars more left on the table due to lack of investment choices. It's because the pool of investment opportunities is limited by so many things. Most private investment is made in a small geographic area, and most product inventors and entrepreneurs, they really don't know the process, and they're ill prepared for a real professional pitch. And the traditional investment system, the brokers, the dealers, and the promoters, they're slow to change and behind in technology. Angel investors typically find opportunities the same way they have for several decades. They have their angel investor groups, investor networks. They go to associations and use investment brokers, bankers, and even their accountants. It's mostly word of mouth. It's in your local area and closed to a small network of people. This limits the angel investor's access to a multitude of deals. At the same time, there are some really interesting events happening in the angel investment space. The Jobs Act, it passed Congress and it goes into effect sometime maybe this year. But it's going to allow for more investors to participate in the small business sector. And also reality TV shows, such as that, I mentioned Shark Tank, West Texas Investors Club, and Made in America. These are just a few examples of a growing interest and changes that are happening in early stage investment. I call it investainment. And it's emerged and is changing the way deal pitches are developed and promoted. However, even though there are a multitude of shows, they also, they have their limitations. There are a limited amount of investors and entrepreneurs that can participate in this channel. Essentially, you're not allowed to play. You can only spectate. Crowdfunding has also emerged and it's really quickly evolving. Online platforms such as, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Kickfurther, they've become overnight sensations. However, they also have their, several limitations. Kickstarter and Indiegogo, they're really not funding platforms, but they're donation platforms. And none of them offer a solid place or platform for the accredited investor. One where the relevant business questions are answered to provide a clearer understanding of the business and the model. And the angel, can take equity stake in the business. There are a few accredited online investor platforms. I want to clarify that, but most of these specialize in software, internet, and new technology startups, and none of them focus on products or great service ideas. And they also don't provide any business development. They don't provide any manufacturing support, fulfillment support, and mostly all of them are boring. So that's how I came up with Smash Factory. Smash Factory, it's an online platform for angel investors that want to experience investing. And so a lot of people, they want to know, how does it work? Well, first, you apply and receive network approval based on your ability to invest. Then inventors, they pitch their ideas in front of a panel of investment experts I call the board. And the pitches are scored from 1 to 10 based on their viability in the market. We record the pitches in full and we present them on a secure Smash Factory website for the investors that they can watch anytime. The investors, they review these pitches and they can request more information or they can just present a bid. Upon the approval of the bid, a deal is made according to the terms and conditions they set forth. And the board's duty, they're real important because they need to provide targeted questions that vet the idea. They vet the market, the business model, and most importantly, they vet the inventor's ability to take it to market. How cool is that, huh? It's just like you see the panel does on the Shark Tank. And angels have the opportunity. They can watch these recorded pitches anytime they want to online. And they can ask additional questions or request more information right there. And so once the angel is interested in an idea, then they're allowed to place a bid. The bid terms, they can be negotiated or they can be accepted. But once a deal is made, the angel and inventor, they can continue to utilize Smash Factory because initially, in the initial concepting phase, it was going to be just a curated directory of business experts, for marketing, sales, manufacturing, operations, fulfillment, everything an inventor needs to be successful. And I'm not just talking about indie vendors either. We were going to make sure these are the best of the best. And also, if an inventor shows up at the website and they're not yet ready for an official pitch, they can sign up for an advisor to help develop their idea until it's commercially viable. So, I'm often asked, so what makes, Smash Factory special? And I say, well, it's definitely the live vetting process by the board, business support, through the advisor network. We also have, as always, the giving back, platform where we're going to microfund ideas that have the ability to help humanity. And it's going to be fun. I mean, that's the bottom line. We've positioned Smash Factory as an investainment brand, but one where all angel investors can play. And we want to engage and entertain the user while we're providing access to excellent opportunities. And man, angel investors, the ones that I know by nature, are competitive, they're smart and connected. And the best ones I know are sort of gamblers, but they're smart gamblers. And Smash Factory is a perfect playground for people like that. We're trying to get ready to launch in May of 2016, but we're still looking for advisors, board members, and investors. So I guess to wrap it up, because of our time frame, if you want to let your audience know that if they have anyone that knows that wants to be interested in looking into this, they can go ahead and contact me at my email address there, or if they get a hold of you, they can get my phone number and we can talk directly. So I just want to thank you again for this opportunity, and I guess I'll answer any questions.